I had just stuck my shovel in the ground right here and went to turn it over, and I'd scraped up on something. River, steep bank up, flattens off to the first shelf. Then there's another big steep mound here, and it flattens off up there. Alright, I'm right on the edge of the river and the field. There's a steep bank here, probably about 10-12 feet high, but you can see how the flooding has washed all this up. You see all them trees and that big air? This water was up higher than this field. This field was underwater about a month ago. I'm just looking down here, looking for flint chips or flakes, or just see if I can see anything from up here on this big steep bank. You see all the rocks and gravel down in there? But I'm just wanting to show you that. Here's the river, steep bank up, then it flattens off. And they were right here. Just driving through here, I was wanting to show you. It's real pretty through here. Big gravel bar, big steep cut bank, ancient Native American campsite. Here, I'm just driving around on the side by side. There's one of my tree stands. If you've watched any of my hunting videos, you'd watched me hunt out of that tree stand last year. There it is. There's one of my tree stands. Here's some of that flood damage you can see here. I'm about 100 yards from the river. The river's on the other side of that tree line is where the river bank is. So I'm about 100 yards up in the hayfield. And look at this big old wall of flood debris right here. River bank is right through that strip of woods. The strip of woods is probably about 20-30 yards wide, and then on the other side is the drop off to the river. Alright, I've came back to this washed out road, and I've been looking up through here again. We've had some more rain. I've already walked this road like 2 or 3 times in the last couple weeks. Me and my daughter hit it hard, and we'd found like 10 points one day. And I've came back and hit it again without her, and I'm back again. And so I was kind of looking over at the edge where I've not looked, because I've walked through here 2 or 3 times. So I was kind of paying attention over here to the edge, and I seen something laying right over here. Here's the road where I've been looking, and I kind of just glanced over and I seen something there. It's made out of quartz. Looks like some kind of stemmed base. Maybe an Adena or a Dixon or Gary. Kind of got that square stem base. Let's see here. Here's a couple other things I'd picked up. A couple worked pieces. But I'd seen this down here. I've already bumped this. I'd moved it just a little bit. Man, that is a very well worked tip. My goodness. Thing is thin and well worked. Alright, we're gonna keep looking. We're about 10-15 feet from that washed out road. Alright, I'm still walking this eroded old road, and I'd seen this. Like it's sticking up out of the mud there. I have to walk around here to get to it. Let's see here, it's right over here. See it sticking up? That's what it looks like. Here we go. Man. He broke. That looked pretty good sticking up out of the mud there. You gotta look wherever you can. The river's right over there. Steep bank down and then there's the river. But right here is a flat field. And this is a hayfield, and this hay is, 3 or 4 foot tall. It's so thick you can't see nothing here. But I bet you money they was right here. They camped and lived right here. They hunted all around this. I know it for a fact that they was here. I found too much stuff here. But you can't hardly look in this field unless it's wintertime or something. So what I'm doing is looking this old road. I bet you this road's been here for a couple 100 years. You can see how it's rutted out. It's gotten really rutted and washed out. So what we've been doing is hauling in gravel here. We used to line this road with gravel so it wasn't as rutted and washed out for tractors and trucks and all that getting through here. This used to be a pristine road with gravel from the quarry. But a month ago, that river, it had a record flood and rose up into this field. It's washed all of that gravel out, and it's exposed all the ancient layers in this field. I just seen something. I was just videoing driving through here, and I want to mention that this is a hayfield. The river's way down here. Down there's where the river is. I was driving up through here looking for flint or arrowheads, and there's a bunch of minnows in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not. There's a bunch of minnows. Oh, there's a turtle too. Bunch of minnows, and I think I'd seen a couple crawdads in there. But this is in our hayfield. This is our old road in our hayfield. There's minnows, crawdads, a couple turtles in there. I just kicked this up from right there. I could see right down the middle, and I could see that real high quality chert. So I pried it up, but it's a broke midsection. Tip would have came up here. The base is broke down there. Midsection. Right down here, I got something. Real thin, real well worked. It's a broke base. It looks like it would have been off of an Adina or a Gary. Alright, I see something right down here. Like just a flake. Alright, right down here. Looks like made out of quartz. It's another broke preform or broke blade or some type of biface. That'd be the back side. The tip would have been up here. Alright guys, I just picked this up. I didn't realize what it was at first. I just thought it was a piece of debitage or something. But the more I'm looking at it, I think it's a core. Used up, spent core. Alright, I'm still walking this washed out road, and I've got potential right here. That's what it looks like. There it is. Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's some pressure. Ah, man. It's another broke tip. Oh. Alright, I've been walking through here. There's a bunch of chips and flakes right here. See, like there's a piece of quartz. There's a couple pieces of quartz flakes. Right up here is like a big piece of spall, it's quartz. And that's what I'd originally stopped to look at, was all these quartz. And then I'd seen this. This is kind of a different color material than I usually find. Oh. What is it? Huh. I thought it was about to be a preform or a blade or something. But it looks like it's broke. It's got some grass or some leaves or something growing on it. You see that? Huh. I guess it's a broke preform or a broke blade. I thought it was like a little triangular, like knife or something, biface or preform, but I guess it's broke. Here's a few of the chips and flakes. Right there by my thumb is a broke tip. Right here by my pinky, it's like a little tool, or like an adze. Alright, I was just walking through here looking real slow in the bare dirt, and I seen something right down here. Right here. I had already bumped it a little bit, kind of dislodged it from the mud.